Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my due.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Olivier Vernon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
He's good. Makes the score Steelers 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-yard line.
Mayfield now, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
11 yards.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 70 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
That one is caught by Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, But the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Anthony Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Anthony Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Well, just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
And taken at the 46. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And the Browns are in. Touchdown. Baker Mayfield. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Now here's Johnson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return. The Steelers.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more? The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
You have to enter the points per drive ratio. That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 30-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the pass finding its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Steelers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10.
Ben to throw again. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Steelers.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Steelers 6.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Mayfield's pass. Complete to
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go draw play. This is Samuels. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Number 27.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
On the coverage.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it in about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. And you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Flush, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Ready to return, here's Hilliard. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
The kicking team.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a game.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Connor, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 16-yard.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
We focus our attention now on the quarterback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Mayfield and the Browns down 20-17. Just over 1:40 to play. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
That one is caught by Hunt.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Mayfield on play action. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Complete to Austin Hooper.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. On second down now, it's Hunt, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for...
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mayfield to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
With the score.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns take over first and 10. At their own 29.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, avoid 33. He's killing it right, win it right. Run.
On second down, Hilliard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike, 55. Check.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by the
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now what can Roethlisberger do here in overtime? And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can.
And 4 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Roughing the passer, defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jacob Phillips. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. in on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Walker getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us. We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us.